Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name's Alan, and today I wanted to talk about The Mandalorian and why I'm scared for the upcoming season. Now, first things first, let's just get something out of the way. The only confirmed thing we know about the next season is that the release date of the first episode is October 30th. Other than that, all we have are vague rumors based on anonymous sources, and some pieces from Giancarlo Esposito's interviews about the show. The reason that I'm scared for the next season is because of all the rumors that began circulating several months ago about new castings and character cameos. Now, I absolutely hate rumors about anything, but especially with Star Wars. The reason being that whenever a new rumor starts up, people seem to latch onto it like it's gospel even with no actual evidence, and then when that rumor ends up being false or only half true, the fandom basically implodes on itself. Take the most recent rumor about the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. A rumor got started that the trailer was going to debut during one of the first NBA games of the season, but there was no word from any official channels confirming that, and then when there was no trailer during the game, the fandom rioted online over it. The fact is that there has been zero marketing for the second season of one of the most popular streaming shows on the planet, which is honestly surprising. The Mandalorian Season 1 was the most streamed show from any platform at the end of 2019, so not getting anything, no teaser images, no trailer, not even any confirmations from Lucasfilm or Disney about the second season of the show is honestly very shocking. At the end of the day, however, and I even said this on Twitter several days ago, Lucasfilm could give us absolutely nothing about the second season. No trailers, no news, no images, not even a release date. The first episode could just show up on people's Disney Plus feeds one morning, and I feel confident in saying that it would still be the most streamed thing for the entire year. But regardless of our lack of any sort of details about the season, the point of this video is to talk about the rumors that have been circulating around the show for several months now. If these rumors are true, then that would mean Disney is once again taking the approach of ham-fisting legacy characters into new media just because they think it will drive up views and sales, which is not what Star Wars should ever be about. Some of these rumors I'm fine with, and others not so much. I waited so long to make this video because I wanted to learn even just a little bit more about Season 2 before I started bashing all of these rumors. Sadly though, it looks like we're not going to get much more information outside of the official release date, so here I am making this video now. The first rumor that started circulating several months back was that Rosario Dawson was cast to play a live-action adaptation of Ahsoka Tano in The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, Dawson herself never confirmed or denied if this rumor was true. She gave a non-answer when asked about it during a livestream, but I would personally like to see Ahsoka appear in the show as long as it's a minor role. And when I say minor, I mean even more minor than her role was in Star Wars Rebels. I would want her to show up for part of one episode and to maybe give the Mandalorian advice on how to take care of the child, or give him a clue as to where he came from, or something like that. But I will absolutely be turned off by the season if she sticks around for multiple episodes. The next rumor that began circulating was that Katie Sackhoff was going to reprise her role as Bo-Katan Kryze from the Clone Wars in a live-action adaptation for The Mandalorian. If this is true, which I do actually hope it is, I would personally like to see her stick around for multiple episodes. The reason being is that she is an actually important character among the Mandalorians, or important figure among the Mandalorians, and seeing her reclaim the Darksaber from Moff Gideon would just be all around amazing. The possibility also exists that she would play a minor role in the season and perhaps only appear in flashbacks that show how Gideon took the Darksaber from Lady Kryze in the first place. Either way, I just really do hope we get to see her in some capacity in the show, but that's just about the only legacy character I actually want to see in this season. Next were the rumors about Temuera Morrison reprising his role as Boba Fett. Fans have been speculating Fett to appear sometime in the show based on the in-credit scene of episode 6 of season 1, but if this is true, it would again be something else that would turn me off almost completely to the entire season. I never liked the idea of Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit after Return of the Jedi. Legends should have left him dead, but they didn't because fans liked the character. I truly hope Lucasfilm does not make that same mistake. Boba Fett is cool because he's mysterious, but having him survive the pit just doesn't make the character any more interesting to me. Another casting rumor that goes along with this is the casting of Timothy Oliphant, who is rumored to play the character of Cobb Vanth, a character from Chuck Wendig's Aftermath book trilogy. Now, if you haven't read Aftermath, first of all, I highly recommend it. It is an amazing trilogy of books that does help fill in the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. But he is a self-proclaimed sheriff from a settlement on Tatooine, and he walks around wearing some scavenged Mandalorian armor that he bought off of some Jawas. It isn't stated directly that the armor belonged to Boba Fett, but the book makes it pretty obvious that the armor used to be Fett's, and also implies that he did indeed perish in the Sarlacc pit. Unfortunately, we all know Lucasfilm has a hard time keeping their story straight and consistent as much as they try. Take Ahsoka's blue lightsabers in the Siege of Mandalore in the Clone Wars Season 7, despite them being green when the siege is seen in flashbacks in the Ahsoka novel. That does not give me hope that Boba will stay dead if Lucasfilm decides to include the character in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. On the other hand, if Boba really is dead and the mysterious character wearing the armor will indeed be Cobb Vanth, that leaves the possibility that Morrison will play a live-action version of Captain Rex. This rumor is the one that is to me the most outrageous, simply because at this point in the timeline in which The Mandalorian takes place, Rex would biologically be like 90 if he's even still alive at all, unless they found some way to undo the advanced aging of the clone troopers like in Legends, which I highly doubt. Of course, Morrison does not have to be playing Captain Rex. In fact, what would make more sense if the actor really is going to play a clone would be to have him play Kix, the clone trooper who was frozen in stasis by the CIS and wasn't awoken until after the fall of both the Republic and the Empire. All we know about Kix is that he went on to become a member of the Crimson Corsair after being unfrozen, so that could give him the opportunity to show up as maybe a middle-aged clone in The Mandalorian. Again, as long as Kix doesn't play a huge role in the show and maybe sticks around for an episode or ideally part of an episode, I would be fine with that, but of course I would love it if the rumor was just completely false all the way around. Which brings me to my main point of today's video. I honestly hope all of these rumors about legacy characters debuting in the show are false. The beauty of The Mandalorian, and the reason that it appeals to so many people regardless of whether or not they've seen all the films or every other TV show or read all the books or comics or whatever, is because Season 1 had all new stuff. It had all new characters, it was set in an all new era with all new planets, in an unexplored canon era, and it had virtually no ties to any other Star Wars media. If they start throwing in these legacy characters that some fans might know and like, then it takes away from what makes the show so special in the first place. Not everyone is going to know who Kix or Cobb Vanth or even Ahsoka Tano are, and yeah, including these characters in the show might inspire people who are just getting into Star Wars with The Mandalorian to explore other shows and books and stuff, but for the vast majority of people, it will just turn them off to the show because there will be characters and plot lines that require them to consume all this other media in order to understand what's happening in The Mandalorian. Star Wars is a giant galaxy with so many characters, planets, and stories that have yet to be told or explored. Not everything has to be tied to the Skywalker saga. In fact, Star Wars is at its best when it's entirely original and has no ties to anything that came before. That's the reason I'm so excited for the High Republic. It's a brand new, never explored era with brand new characters that will have virtually no ties to the Skywalker saga, except for including Yoda in a few of the stories. That is what I want for The Mandalorian. I want it to stay original and new and continue to be disconnected and separated from what came before, because that is what makes it so good. Including legacy characters for the sake of having cameos will ruin what makes the show special. And as far as the interviews Giancarlo Esposito has done about the second season of the show, he's honestly got me super excited to see what happens with Moff Gideon. How he got the Darksaber, is he possibly Force sensitive, did he maybe used to be an Inquisitor? That's the kind of speculation that actually gets me excited for the second season of the show, not a bunch of rumors about old characters being thrown into this new media for the sake of having cameos. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Season 2 of The Mandalorian and why I'm honestly scared to see what happens. As always, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on anything I talked about today down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you dropped a like, as those really do help a small channel like this, and consider subscribing if you want to see more Outer Rim Cantina content in your feeds every week. That's all the time I've got for today. I hope to see you back here in the cantina next time for another Star Wars video. Until then, may the Force be with you.